Hello all, and welcome back to the Olivia Effect. I'm talking today to Hugh Lehman, Executive Director of Black Flag Theater Company, and Director of the hit new play, Uncanny Valley. Welcome, Hugh.
Thanks so much, Olivia. It's great to be here.
Many of our listeners are probably unfamiliar with the phrase, so can you begin by telling us, what does the term Uncanny Valley mean?
Sure. Uncanny Valley refers to the phenomenon that occurs whenever we encounter human replicas, either in paintings or robots or other simulations, that appear almost human, but there's some small something that is just slightly off, and that slight bit, that flaw, so to speak, causes us to feel a sense of uneasiness or even repulsion.
And in what way is this phenomenon significant to the play?
Well, the play tells the story of a neuroscientist who is charged with educating or socializing the newest advancement in artificial intelligence, a robot named Julian. And Julian appears very, very human-like. He begins the play as simply an armless torso sitting on a table, but by the end of Act 1, he has both arms and legs, and he looks like a human, he walks like a human, he talks like a human, he plays a musical instrument like a human. But is he human? Or is he just a simulation? And that's one of the questions explored on stage.
Do you remember what attracted you to this story?
Oh, absolutely. I've always been a fan of the mysterious and the bizarre. As a child, I always enjoyed watching TV shows like Rod Serling's Night Gallery or In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy. I'm sure you don't remember that one, Olivia, but you probably are familiar with The X-Files. I was a huge fan of that show as well. So I've always been attracted to stories that explore the unknown. And of course, I'm not alone. Everybody loves a mystery, right? We can't really get away from it. Mystery surrounds us every day in our lives, not always the whodunit mystery or the paranormal mystery, but just the everyday mysteries of what will the weather be like today? Will it rain? Will the weatherman guess correctly? What will I eat for lunch? Will my package be delivered? We humans, we just love questions. We love answers too, but I often think we love the questions even more.
You're a curious species.
Oh, yes, we are. And one of the biggest questions that all of us are curious about is, what does the future look like? Or what does my future look like? Throughout history, people have always used various methods, whether it be cards or palms or tea leaves or even magic 8 balls to try to predict the future. Well, this play does that too, but it isn't just some casual weather forecast that will only affect the people in Dallas. Uncanny Valley predicts a very real, very near future society that might just include synthetic humans living beside us. So it tries to answer the question of what exactly does that future look like? And what other questions will arise based on the creation of this new kind of consciousness? Even Elon Musk has predicted that we'll be confronting these kinds of questions within the next 5 or 10 years. And we're talking about a guy who's mastered the electric car and is at the forefront of space's tourism industry. You may remember he even recently launched a Tesla Roadster into outer space. So as far as technology is concerned, this guy's no punter. And the fact that we are having this conversation today proves that his and the playwright's visions are not that far off.
What would you say is your favorite part of the play?
Oh, well, that's a tough one. I must say, I had the pleasure of working with 2 phenomenal actors, Sue Birch and Michael Salamatari, and also 2 wonderful human beings on this production. To choose any one moment as my favorite would probably be a slight to all of the other equally impressive moments of the show. But one area, one aspect of the show that I can decisively applaud as a favorite is the script. Thomas Gibbons is an award-winning playwright from Philadelphia, and his script for Uncanny Valley is absolutely fantastic. When I first read it, it reminded me of a short story. It was so economical. There was absolutely no wasted space, no wasted dialogue. Every scene, every line in the 90-minute play is relevant, and much of that relevance is so subtle. I'm a huge fan of subtlety in theater, especially on intimate stages like the Cox Playhouse, where the audience is so close to the stage they're almost in the scene. Much of the dialogue from Act 1 of Uncanny Valley takes on a deeper and somewhat different meaning in Act 2. And that level of craftsmanship is evidence to me of an intelligent designer, and I crave intelligent theater. So, needless to say, I was thrilled to discover a playwright who confronted the mysterious unknown with such exquisite craftsmanship. It's very much an honor for me to collaborate with him.
My guest today is Hugh Lehman, Executive Director of Black Flag Theater Company, and Director of the hit new play, Uncanny Valley, now playing at the Cox Playhouse in Plano, Texas through April 28th. More when we return.